now that I've explained codependency and what I've dealt with my whole life, I have dealt with addictions, but not that kind of addiction. Smoking was terrible for me. But I swear I was born with a cigarette in my mouth. I mean, everybody smoked. My mother didn't, but everybody else did. And it was cool, remember? And I was allowed to drink. I mean, that was acceptable. So yeah, as a teenager, I had my fun, you know? And I had my fun as an adult too, but it wasn't something I couldn't put down. So I'm sitting in these 12-step meetings, right? Because I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on with me. I started taking these medications years ago, the antidepressants, and I can't let them go. I can't stop taking them. And in my stupid brain, I'm thinking this is addiction. Right? I can count the number of times I've drank in the last 20 years. 5 times. And I didn't get drunk. They were little paper cups full of wine. Oh wait, I had a shot with my daughter Jerry after my father died. I did do that. That was the hard liquor. Okay? My family knows I'm in a 12-step program. I don't drink, I don't use, so. But they've never been to a meeting. No one's ever really talked to me. No one gets anything that I'm doing. They just think I have an addiction issue, right? I mean, I'm not taking cakes. I'm sponsoring people. I'm in a Coda program, but I'm participating in a 12-step program, Narcotics Anonymous and Alcoholics Anonymous, out here because there really are no meetings for codependents. Coda out here, there just really aren't. So everything's mixed. I found a sponsor that understood codependency, but she also attended the other meetings. Nobody really asked me, I talked about the drugs and the issues I had, there was a time in my life when I was younger that I started taking black beauties and anything that would lift me up, anything that would give me energy. I was so down and depressed, and I do have a thyroid issue, I've had a lot of things happen to me in my life. A lot of them when I was young, real young. And I don't blame anyone. I seriously don't. I've done my best to deal with my wounds, but there wasn't a whole lot available. I'm almost 61. All this new age information, the internet, it's wonderful, but we didn't have that. I had something really bad happen to me extremely young. Do I blame anybody? No. But there wasn't any help. The scars are there. The scars are there. So anyway, I'm in these meetings. I can't get off these drugs, so I'm thinking I'm an addict. Everything I took, I would ask the doctor if it was addictive. Everything I took, I was concerned about it. When I had my shoulder surgery, I had a friend, I was afraid to take my pain meds. that's where I was living, you know, that's where I was at. Sorry for these lights. I can't do bright lights. I'm talking again for a reason. You don't have to listen. There are people that have asked me to share this stuff. See, I'm getting all insecure. I'm sorry my voice is whiny, but I'm glad I have a voice again. I sacrifice for people in ways that no one should ever really do for someone that's not a family member. You know, like my kids and I would be barely getting by, and, you know, I'd be feeding the neighbor kids, and I always had a house full of kids because I felt like they were safer at my house than they would be where they lived. And that's sad. I took care of all the junky kids. That's what I did. You can leave your baby here. Just leave him here. We had a little boy with us for almost like 3 years. Not every day, but I mean, he was like a little brother. He felt like my own. But you know, with people who are doing meth and drinking hard liquor and God knows what else, very unstable. I loved his mother. I couldn't save her. She cooked in our house when we were away one weekend. I let her stay with her son because it was safer at our house than it was at hers, and we were going to be gone, da-da-da. They did a cook, and they had an accident, and oh my God. You know, I think about the trouble I have invited into my life just trying to be part of the world, to be accepted. I don't know, I've always been so lonely and so lost, honestly. And people have been nice to me. They've been very nice to me. I've always been welcome, but I never felt good enough. I would freak out over a pancake breakfast at the school. You know, I'd be up all night worrying about having to be around the normal parents. My kids had to deal with a mom like that. I didn't stand up for myself. I struggled my whole life. And I picked very abusive men. There's some honesty. I'm tired of hiding everything. My second husband wasn't verbally abusive or even physically abusive. He just wasn't present. And he wasn't honest. But he was still a really good guy. I just don't understand why people can't just be honest. You know, this is what I need. This is who I am. Why is that so hard? Why are we all so afraid? Every drug addict I've ever known is running on fear. They're terrified. They're terrified. They're trying to escape. Even the violent ones. They can't handle life. I couldn't handle life. I didn't know how. I got all the way to the 6th grade without even knowing how to read. You know, I dropped out of school in the 9th grade. I did go to college. I'm not a dumb person. I just, I don't know. That's what I'm struggling with now. I'm trying to set boundaries. I'm just asking for basic respect. You know, I'm not anybody's property. I'm not here to be beat up on or picked on or controlled or even told what to do. I don't need that. I need to be lifted up and supported and appreciated. I have a lot of life experience and a very good heart. And I have a lot of knowledge now because I have experienced so much and I have taken the time to learn from it. People make mistakes. I can forgive anyone. That's been my mistake. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, they may have a good heart. You may see that big, beautiful heart and that longing to want to be someone better, but if they're not showing you, if you're not actually seeing it happen, you need to step back. You need to pull away and not feel bad about it. That's my problem. I can't stand to hurt anyone. Now I'm gonna cry. I hate pain. I don't want to hurt anybody. So I wind up hurting myself. Story of my life. I'm gonna try to get some sleep now. And I'm really hoping I can make the changes that I need to make finally. I'm 61. It's my last go around. I would like to finally have that connection before I go. Forever Windows Warriors. It's gonna happen.